Just recent report. It's not proven, but the surveillance enough suggests 300,000 people have already died from just this
unreal
cut off, this hard cut of USAID. So there's food rotting in boats, in warehouses. There is
it's garbage.
This will
it's garbage.
Will you off. This will not. You will not be happy.
Okay, tell me.
No American will. But
okay, well, tell me.
There is. I think it's 50,000 tons of food.
50,000 tons
that are stored in Djibouti, South Africa, Dubai, and wait for it, Houston, Texas.
No.
And that is rotting rather than going to Gaza, rather than going to Sudan.
Why?
Because
Tell us why.
the people who know the codes,
know how to get into
for the warehouse, are fired. They're gone.
Get out of here.
And
get out.
So this, I don't know. What do you think?
But it's not proven. What do you think?
What is that? That's
Here
not
we go.
America, is it?
Well, they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
Right. This is the problem. The problem is, for sure, there have been a lot of organizations that do tremendous good all throughout the world. Also, for sure, it was a money laundering operation.
Thank you.
For sure, there was no oversight. For sure, billions of dollars are missing. In fact, trillions that are unaccounted for, that were sent off into various... They don't even know where because there's no receipts. The way Elon Musk described it, he said if any of this was done by a public company, the company would be delisted and the executives would be in prison. But in the United States, this is standard. When Biden left office, when it was clear that Trump won, in the 73 days, they spent $93 billion from the Department of Energy on just radical loans, just throwing money into places.
Right.
And there's no oversight, no receipts. Like the whole thing is, there's a lot of fraud, a lot of money laundering.
Yes, indeed.
Go write a song about that, Bono.
Oh, my gosh. First of all, this statistic comes from Brooke Nichols. And you might be wondering to yourself, because I know I was, who the hell is Brooke Nichols? Brooke Nichols is an associate professor of global health at Boston University. And he has estimated, or she, I don't know if Brooke is male or female, frankly. They have estimated the 300,000 deaths. They're just estimating. They're just pulling that out of their rectal cavity. Just like the 9-year-old boy did when he was doing a paper for his third grade class on how many straws are wasted every year. This was every day. And it turned out he got this statistic of 500 million a day. 500 million a day. So everybody just started reporting it. That's what they're doing with this 300,000 deaths of children thing.
Because
somebody said it, they're reporting it.
And the reason is because they don't have the codes to get into the warehouse? They don't have the code.
Please, shut up.
What in the world?
And so all the food is rotting all over the world. And wait for it, even in Houston, Texas. Are you telling me in Houston, Texas, they can't figure out how to get into a freaking warehouse?
There's no codes.
Shut up.
There's no codes, Pat.
Weirdest.
Kick the door down.
Well, you can't. You can't kick the door down.
It's just too
50,000 tons
reinforced.
of food.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And by the way, Brooke Nichols is a female.
Absurd. Is a female.
Is a female.
Okay.
And then
so Brooke is a she.
So she came out with all this this whole survey while she was jogging. And her mind was really mean from what the Trump was doing.
Really?
That's a story.
Oh my gosh.
She was doing her 5 a.m. jog.
And she came up with the 300,000 figure.
Yep.
Okay, and that's Bono's hot take.
Yeah.
That takes
Bono's
to the
hot
Joe
take,
Rogan show.
Yep.
Okay.
Look, and the thing is, this comes from the same people that are responsible for loving the deaths of 64 million children in the abortion holocaust. They celebrate abortion, and now all of a sudden you're concerned about children? Why don't you pay attention to the 64 million that have been murdered? Well, and let's talk worldwide, since you're using a 300,000 children worldwide figure. That's 1.2 billion worldwide. I mean, this is really insane. It's absurd. And this was also reprinted, not just spoken by Bono on Joe Rogan's show. This was printed in the New York Times. Ugh. Is that really? So you just reprint this number that this associate professor of global health at Boston U came up with while jogging at 5 a.m. one morning, and you just reprint it? That is unbelievable. We have more stats from our friend at the Global Health of Boston University.
We do,
like the associate professor, Brooke What's-Her-Face.
Brooke What's-Her-Face.
Yeah, Brooke What's-Her-Face.
We do. She and her team have come up with
She's the one who estimated 300,000 people killed by Elon Musk.
Yes, but
and what
she
else?
said that her and her colleagues have also created a second tracking system that will that's now estimating, due to the cuts for the TB at the USAID, 3.65 million deaths.
Oh my gosh. So 3,650,000 more people are going to die from tuberculosis.
Yes, because of the TB prevention program got cut.
Wow. And both of these figures, the 300,000 children dead and the estimate on 3.65 million people dying from tuberculosis, all of which she pulled right out of her rectal cavity.
While doing a jog at 5 a.m.
Yeah. She just started thinking as she was jogging, I bet you 300,000 children have died. I'll bet you 3.65 million are going to die from tuberculosis, too. I mean, that is unbelievable. And then, dutifully, all the liberal publications, New York Times, Washington Post, Los Angeles Times, they'll all just print it. They'll all just repeat it, regurgitate it, vomit it back up for you.
She says that there will be an additional death from TB every 7 minutes.
That's a great stat. Every 7 minutes, an additional because of the USAID cuts done by Doge.
So this is her thing, pulling numbers out of her ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. There's more. We haven't even gotten to all of Associate Professor Brooke Nichols' predictions.
Okay.
Brooke Nichols, Associate Professor of Global Health at Boston University, has estimated 300,000, mostly children, will die due to the cuts to USAID. 3.65 million more are dying and will continue to die.
Which is one every 7 minutes.
One every 7 minutes from, is that the same thing?
TB.
From tuberculosis. Yes. Right. And then there was one other, at least one other source of death.
Yes, so
to quite a few people.
Currently trying to finalize an impact tracker due to the cuts to Medicaid.
Oh, okay. The non-existent cuts.
No, Trump is cutting Medicaid.
Oh, okay, the cuts. He's actually going to cut people off Medicaid who aren't supposed to be on it. Those are the only cuts being made to Medicare, Medicaid.
So she's working on an app or something?
It says a tracker. I don't know if it's an app or a website.
So the tracker's not quite done yet, but does she have an initial? She has an
preliminary estimate on how many people will die.
Oh, good. How many?
28,785 deaths.
Wow.
Which is one additional death every 18.3 minutes.
Man, people are just dropping dead right and left from this thing. Holy cow.
Kiss your loved one goodbye this morning, please, because you may
everybody's
come
dead.
back and...
By the end of the day, pretty much everybody's dead. Why stop at 300,000, 3.65 million? Why not just say 100 million? A billion people are going to die from this stuff. I mean, that's just as legitimate as any number she's tossing out. That's pathetic. Oh, my gosh.
And what an... I don't know. She throws in for effect this odd flex that actually makes it even more mockable, that she gets up at 5 a.m. to go for a jog. Look
and that's
at me,
when she
I'm
thinks
health
of this.
conscious.
Yeah, well, I mean, she is the associate professor of global health at Boston University.